Swarved, the Encyclopedia of Spirituality, composed by His Holiness Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj. Yesterday, we discussed about the meaning of Swarved. Swarved is made up of two words, Swah and Ved. Swah means the soul and the supreme soul as well, and Ved means the knowledge, the book through which we get the knowledge about the self, the soul, as well as the supreme soul. That book is known as Swarved. Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj always used to carry the manuscript of Swarved, which he himself had written before publication of the book. You can see on the slide, there is a book mentioned Swarved. That's the real book. Actually, it is roughly around 1,000-page book. In this book, there are 6 cantos and total 68 chapters. Those 6 cantos have been divided into different chapters, and each canto has multiple chapters. Total number of chapter is 68, and total number of couplets is 3,923. Why we say Encyclopedia of Spirituality? As mentioned yesterday, it includes all the aspects of spirituality, not just the theoretical aspect, but the practical aspect in the wholesome manner as well. It describes all different types of terminologies of spirituality, be it the soul, the mind, the nature, the supreme being, the Brahma, the Guru, the meaning of Sadguru, what is the meaning of peace, what is the meaning of bliss. We have 9 doors, there is a 10th door also, there is an 11th window. There is what is the meaning of service, what is the meaning of meditation, what is the meaning of rejuvenation. All these different types of words which we have been hearing here and there in our day-to-day life when we talk about spirituality, all these terminologies have been defined very, very clearly on the basis of the experience of Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj, his own, in this book. He used to say that this is a very, very unique book. Why it is unique? There is another reason behind that. I think I'm repeating what I said yesterday, but since there are some new people, so it would be good to listen that as well. This particular book is written by the Sadguru himself, Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj, in a state of Samadhi. You might have heard some words like Rishyo Mantra Drashtara, means a Rishi, before writing any mantra, first they see it. The Rishi first sees it. Those letters, those words appears in front of them, and then they write it in a nice manner thereafter. All the words, all the letters, all the couplets written in Swarved are of similar type exactly. Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj, before writing any single couplet, first he closes his eyes and see all those letters which appear in front of his front of the head. It's not an imagination, it's all on its own. And then from there, these words are composed. Those words have been written in such a way that anyone who just reads the words from Swarved, although it's in Hindi, but even if you just read it, or even just you listen it, it impacts our body and our mind and our soul dramatically in a very positive way. And that's why we always recommend everyone to read, if possible, at least 2 to 5 couplets from Swarved on a daily basis. Don't bother about whether you know Hindi or not. Nowadays, it is available. All the couplets of Swarved are available in Vihangam Yoga app. You can download that and you can see it is mentioned in English text, as well as in Hindi text, as well as in Gujarati text. Read it out. Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj has composed this book at Shunyashikhar Himalaya Ashram. This book has another unique feature. I'm going to compare some other things right now here with Swarved. We know there are many other scriptures available in this world. To name some, say Bible is there, Gita is there, Ramayana is there, and lot many other Vedas are also there, and Upanishads are there, and lot many other types of spiritual books are available. And many people have been trying to translate those Sanskrit words and verses in English or Hindi translation they have been trying to do. All have been trying to put their full effort to translate it. But there is one important thing which everyone need to understand. Those couplets or anything what has been mentioned in Vedas, Bible or Ramayana or Gita or wherever, think about it. Who has written it originally? There is someone. What is the level of that someone? You can imagine that. To whatever level you put that person, to that entity, wherever the level is, unless and until, just the logical basis, unless and until somebody who is trying to translate it in different language or explaining it or putting commentary on it, unless and until that person is exactly at the same level, at least the person who is translating it would not be able to translate it completely with the same meaning, isn't it? The level has to be the same. Otherwise, it will be incomplete. It will not be complete. And that's what has happened to many of our scriptures in today's world, that originally those who have written it, the level of those people, those entities have been very different, and those who are translating it, their level and their understanding is very different. And furthermore, those who are reading, people like us, our understanding is further something different. So what happens? The originality is lost. The uniqueness of Swarved is it is written by Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj at a state of Samadhi, and it is translated in complete Hindi along with the commentary by first Parampara Sadguru Dharamchand Devji Maharaj, who carried the same power as Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj had. What I mean to say is, the book was composed by Sadguru himself, and the full meaning in Hindi itself, but elaborated meaning was written by Sadguru power himself. So the level of the composer and the level of the translator or commentator is the same, exactly the same. And that's why the originality is maintained as it is. I can understand some people may find it a little bit difficult to read in Hindi. Even those who know Hindi, they may find it a little bit difficult in terms of some words. But for that reason only, we are here. Please contact us based on our own experience, based on our own understanding. We can have further discussion about the couplets, the meaning, and the philosophy of Vihangam Yoga on the basis of what we have learned from multiple different sources from Vihangam Yoga itself. We would be very happy to help all of you. Thank you very much for listening today. If anyone has